Hey YouTubers, Mike Boris with the Mike Boris channel. Thank you for watching. Today we're going to help you become familiar with your brand new Ariens Snow Blower as well as all the parts. So let's head out to the garage and get started. Alright YouTubers, outside in the garage, and what I want to do first is give you a full 360 view of the actual snow blower. And she is brand new. Have not even seen the snow yet, but she's going to. Snowing pretty hard today. And this is again the Ariens Deluxe SHO, which is super high output. Pretty amazing and impressive machine in my opinion. Check that out. From here, let's go grab the owner's manual and take a look at the actual pictorial image that shows all the parts. In front of us now is the actual operator's manual, the Deluxe series, and here is our exact part number 921048. That will come into play as we work through this. As you can see here, model numbers are different. So what we have here is we have all of the actual parts listed from 1 through 27, and then you've got a pictorial image here which corresponds with all these here. So what we'll do is we'll head back to the actual snowblower, and I want to show you every part and talk a little bit about specific parts. Back at the snowblower, and YouTubers, we are going to walk through this together. And again, the pictorial image here and all the corresponding parts. Number one is your engine key, which is right there. Let's take a look at this engine key. Actually, this is where it is. It's a uniquely designed key. It comes with two of them, and it just goes in here. And when it comes time to start, you'll just shift it to the right. Number two is your primer bulb, which is right here, and depending on your actual make and model will depend on how many primes or pushes you push on this primer bulb. And all it does is it pushes fuel into place for the firing process during cold starts. Number three is your fuel tank and cap. Cool feature about this engine, it only takes gasoline. It is not a two-stroke, which you have to add oil to, which is great. It's regular gasoline only, and really look at the fine print here. 85 and 1.5 in this product is prohibited by federal law. And what a lot of people do is purchase and add recreational fuel, and that does not allow the actual fuel to gunk up your carburetor, and it has a much greener burn. And that recreational fuel you can keep inside your tank for long periods of time, which is great. Moving on to number four, which is your fuel valve. And number four, right there, goes down to your fuel valve. And this fuel valve has two positions. As you can see here, the off position and the on position. When it comes time to turn the engine on, it will have you shift this to the on position. However, for this video, it is off because our engine is off. Number five, electric start button. This is a really cool feature. All you have to do, grab an extension cord. Right here, you plug it in, and it will provide power to the actual built-in starter to the engine. This little rubber push button, you can hear it click, and all you have to do is push that. It will kick the starter in place and start your engine, and that will alleviate you having to pull this actual recoil handle, which is a cool feature. On to number six, the choke control knob. As you can see here, 6 and 7, we'll talk about the throttle control knob as well. This is a pretty neat design. As you can see, it has the run and it has the start. So when it comes time to start, you'll notice the turtle and rabbit, which is standard, and that is the speed. And depending on your make and model will depend on where you shift this during the starting process. However, when it comes time to start, that will be in the start position. When the engine starts, it will go to the run position, which is a pretty cool feature. Continue now, number 8, the oil fill dipstick. And again, as I mentioned earlier, this is not a two-stroke engine, so you have to add oil in a separate area. You want to keep an eye on this oil. As you can see here, it's brand new and it's right inside those two holes, which is good. Refer to this operator manual as well to make sure you're putting in the proper oil. On to number 9, which is the oil drain, and that is right there. And as you can see, right below the actual portion here, love that Ariens brand as well. There it is right there. That's the oil drain. Pretty conveniently located for your convenience in draining the oil when it comes that time. On to number 10, recoil starter handle. We just referenced that. And in the event that you do not have an extension cord or your starter has failed, and that's unlikely because these are pretty reliable, you will refer to your actual recoil handle and you will pull this to start it. On to number 11, which is your speed selector lever. And again, depending on your actual model will depend on your actual design. So again, number 11 is your speed selector lever. Let's head up and take a look at this. Forward, you've got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that's basically idle. And then you have 1, 2 for reverse. And this is pretty simple to adjust through. It's got little notches, as you can see. You just work through the actual speeds. And if you want to go all the way to reverse, you just do that. On to number 12, the auger, and 13, the impeller, and 14 are the shear bolts. I want to talk about those. Again, 12, 13, and 14. 12, the auger, 13 impeller, and 14 shear bolt. Take a look at this. Again, we have the 28-inch, and the auger is what grabs a hold of that snow. These parts right here, all those blades, and these spin at a pretty dangerously fast speed, so stay away from them while the engine is running and this auger is in rotation. From here, you've got the impeller here, and depending on the actual size of snowblower you purchase, you could have a smaller diameter of impeller, and that actually will make the distance that the actual snow flies out of the chute. The larger your impeller, the larger the diameter, the farther your snow is going out. The smaller it is, the slower and shorter distance that the snow will be projected out of the actual chute. These shear pins, one on the right side, one on the left side. And these shear pins are engineered and designed specifically to fail, and that is to protect your actual system. And here is a better view of the actual shear bolts. Again, they've got little notches there. It comes with 2 additional bolts because, again, they're going to break over time because that's what they're designed to do. They basically save your entire system in heavy ice or bogged up and trapped snow that you cannot get out. So that's 1 through 14. You still with us, YouTubers? Let's continue on. Number 15 is your replacement shear bolts. I just showed you those. Number 16, attachment clutch lever, which is the right side handle. And 17 is your traction drive clutch lever. Let's take a look at 16 and 17. Again, here's your auger. Okay, you'll push that down, and this is your drive. And this is self-propelled, which is awesome. And one of the cool features is when I have this auger portion down, and then I push this down at the same time, I can one-hand this. This actual portion here will keep that auger handle down and locked. And once I release this, this will come up as well, which is a cool feature when it comes time to auto turn, which is a great feature with this. Number 18, discharge chute rotation handle. You take a look at number 18 up here, and here it is, conveniently located within arm's reach, and you can turn your actual chute. And it's pretty simple, which is nice. On to number 19, which is your discharge chute deflector lever. And that is right here. Okay, you can see the pictorial image here. And you just basically carefully move through these slots. And as you move through those slots, your deflector changes direction. So if you want the snow going high and far out, you'll have it in the lower section here. If you want it going lower and shorter distance, you'll have it all the way up. Continuing on, number 20, which is a heated hand grip switch, model 921047, which in our case, we don't have that. However, we purchased heated grips. So in the event that you want step-by-step guidance on how to install heated grips, scrolling above is a video that will show you the quick steps of how to install that, which is awesome. Definitely check that out. You may want to actually upgrade to heated handles. Number 21 is your scraper blade, which is right there. And all that does basically is it meets the surface that you are on, whether it's blacktop, cement, or gravel, and it tries its best to grab as much snow as possible at the lowest point flush with your surface. Number 22 is your skid shoes, and these are on each side. As you can see here, you've got one on the left-hand side and one on the right-hand side. Number 23 is your snow cleanout tool. Check this out. Ariens gives you this really nice tool. You just pop it out of this little section here. I mean, let's face it, you're gonna get snow in this that jams up over time. You just take this and you kind of pick at it and get all that snow. or you use it when it comes time to store this in your garage. The last thing you want to do is put this inside your garage and have a bunch of snow that melts. That would not be good. This just conveniently clips back into place. And number 24, your discharge chute, which is this entire chute. We referenced it a couple times, as you can see here. And if you keep going down, inside here is your impeller way back there. Grabs all that snow, shoots it high out of the actual chute. And 25, we also talked about the discharge chute deflector, which again is number 25 right there. 26 is your belt cover, which is right here. Coming over on this side here, this is where your actual internal belt is going to be housed. This is the actual case that protects it from the environmental that you experience in the cold weather snow blowing process. Number 27, last part is your gear case. And depending on which model you purchased will depend on which level of gear case you have. This is a lubricated case, and inside here are working gears that assist in the rotation of the actual auger. And it's very important to keep this serviced, and it's also very important to maintain it and make sure you're putting the proper gear oil inside that to keep those actual gears lubricated. So that basically is the parts description for you beginners. Hopefully this helps. From here, we're going to move on to our next video where we are going to walk you through the before start checklist. And basically all that is everything you need to do prior to starting that engine. So definitely join us at the next video. All right, YouTubers, back inside in the warm weather, and hopefully this video helps get you familiar with your brand new snowblower and all of its parts. From here, do us a favor, below the video you will see that thumbs up icon. Click on that, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Definitely go to your settings, turn on your YouTube notification bell. Hey, once you do that, every video that we upload, you will be notified. You will be able to stay up to date with us. That will be awesome. One more thing, the next step is the before start checklist. Down in the description section as well as the comments section, we will post a link. Definitely check that out. We'll see you at the next video.